It's January the 29th, 2004. We are at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. This is Thursday Night Smackdown. Josiah had plans out of town, and as I'm often to say, the show must go on. This Smackdown opens with graphics that say, Eddie Guerrero, the Royal Rumble winner, will celebrate his victory here tonight. The first match is our Alpha Entertainment Worldwide Television Champion Booker T defending his title against Zach Gowen. This is Gowen's last match as his contract expires on February the 4th, so he will not be here next week on February the 5th. Obviously, that means that Booker T does defeat Zach Gowen. But the narrative of the match surrounds Lance Storm's questioning of life choices by aligning with Booker T in the Best First Generation, since Booker eliminated Scott Steiner from the Royal Rumble on Sunday, and subsequently in storyline, Booker injured Steiner on the way out of the match. However, we know from real life that Steiner was eliminated from the match because Booker knew his friend was injured. After some back and forth drama where Lance doesn't help Booker and Booker gets frustrated but ends up coming away with a victory, both guys walk out separately, and coming out to the ring are the Masters of Discipline, Kung Fu Naki, Akio Sakota, and Muay Thai Yang. They are taking on Koinonis, the new Team Extreme Tornado Champions, that being Toa Reigns, Saren Moore, and Hurricane Helms. They are accompanied to the ring by the now former Survivor's Choice first ever Survivor's Choice winner, Jamie Noble, who cashed in his Survivor's Choice option to become the first ever 31st entrant to the Royal Rumble this past Sunday at the Rumble, and came up short in that effort. Even though he started at 1 and came back at 31, still didn't win. Helms, Moore, and Yang all are familiar with each other from the Young Dragons and 3-count feud in WCW wrestling. Funaki is a tenured wrestler, and while Toa Reigns and Akio Sakota are new to the era, Toa Reigns has wrestling in his blood, and he does defeat Funaki in this contest of 3-on-3 action. It was non-title, but it was just a way to highlight our new champions while having a different trio for them to take on instead of members of the Towering Titans like they've been doing for quite some time. Post-match, Jamie Noble is in the ring, and I really wish I could put on an accent because Jamie speaks so distinctively, but Noble is cutting a promo, putting over his fellow stablemates and how that they are once again the champions. He is selectively choosing to basically ignore his bad choice of attempting for a second time on Sunday to win the Rumble when he re-entered the match and only eliminated Rey Mysterio and then got eliminated by the future winner, Eddie Guerrero. And so this is beginning to show that Jamie is, I don't want to use the word delusional, he is selectively choosing what to highlight and what to ignore when it comes to his career / what is happening to him here on SmackDown. After the in-ring promo, we see highlights of Shawn Michaels beating Christian Cage, the devil himself, at the Royal Rumble. And then it ends with Shawn accepting Triple H's challenge for the Undisputed Championship at No Way Out this past Raw. After that, we hear Somebody Call My Mama. Ernest Miller dances his way out to ringside. And his opponent is one of the most recent winners of Tough Enough and a former Team Extreme Tornado champion in his own right, Matt Cappotelli. Cappotelli is able to out-wrestle, out-maneuver, and beat Ernest the Cap Miller, continuing Miller's non-winning streak. After the match, as Cappotelli is on stage under the fist, he gets attacked. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more. But most importantly, the story itself. By dastardly Spike Dudley, his former running mate. But as Cappotelli is down, Spike waves his arm from the stage toward the back, and out come a debuting Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley here on Smackdown. Taz and Michael Cole are blown away. They knew that the Dudleys lost the ability to challenge for the Raw Tag Team Championships by losing to Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. But Taz and Cole had no idea that the Dudleys would be traded to SmackDown after that terrible choice that they made, the putting their ability to challenge for the titles on the line. Spike instructs Devon and Bubba Ray to put Matt Cappotelli through a table, and they do. Out comes Mark Henry, Farouk, and Rodney Mack, who fight the Dudley Boys to the ring, and we see Sheriff Stone Cold on his ATV ride out. He drives by the SmackDown announce table, grabs the microphone, and says that this is exactly what Sheriff Stone Cold wants. The Dudley Boys versus the MPAA. Ring the bell. The match is happening right now. And then Austin rides his ATV out of the arena, or, out of the main area, and never to be seen again on the show for tonight. It's just having fun with Austin and his role that Mick Foley granted him via his return to power as president. Devon, Bubba Ray, and Spike are having an amazing trios match. These, half-brothers, I guess, in storyline, are going at it against one of my favorite groups from the game. And so Bubba is primarily working with Mark Henry. Ron Simmons is mainly wrestling Devon, and Spike is mostly going at it with Rodney Mack. But as all trios matches go, you do change dance partners as things go on. And so in the end, Rodney Mack takes a 3D from Bubba Ray and Devon, and then a top rope double stomp from Spike Dudley, putting a exclamation point, if you will, at the end of that 3D, and gets the 1, 2, 3. The reunited, and it feels so good, trio of Bubba, Devon, and Spike win their SmackDown debut as a trio. Post-match, Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio come out, and they are so excited for Chavo's uncle, Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio's best friend, Latino Heat. They go over the laundry list of his accomplishments, whether it be his most recent TV title reign, his long-standing Intercontinental title reign, the fact that he was the catalyst for the elective ascension being a thing, the idea that the trio all held singles gold and trios titles together, it's just, and that's in Alpha Entertainment Worldwide. That doesn't even catch you up on Eddie being TV champion in ECW. He is the former Cruiserweight United States and World Champion in WCW. But as the tandem of Chavo and Ray are putting over Eddie, they introduce him to come out. His music plays, but no Eddie. They're confused. And at one point, his music does stop, and so they try again. But this time, when the music plays, Paul Heyman walks out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Guerrero may have won Sunday, but he is going to wish that he didn't." And then he points up to the Tron, and we see that Brock Lesnar has bloodied Eddie Guerrero. As we fade to black, Ray and Chavo race to the back, and this is obviously all leading to that very classic, that very David versus Goliath, wonderfully told story of Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar at No Way Out. It hasn't been announced, but Monday they had an in-ring fight. Thursday they're having a backstage brawl. It's hard to keep the secret that Eddie versus Brock Lesnar will happen at No Way Out, because there's no way out of having that awesome match. The only difference is it won't be for the Undisputed title because Brock isn't champion. It'll be for Eddie's shot at the Undisputed champion at WrestleMania.